Hello everyone, we are back with Ace Attorney Investigations, Miles Edgeworth. I'm about to put the smack down on shit hair over here, because I have just had enough of this crap already. Now I guess we're not going to any kind of court, we're just gonna have it out right here in the office? Well, whatever, you can thumbs up me all you want, sir. I don't think so. Actually, come to think of it, your mentor was Manfred von Karma, right? Why would you bring that up now? Uh-oh, Edgeworth, don't let him get to you. Don't let him get you. The legendary prosecutor who never lost a single case for 40 long years. But there was always this incessant chatter about forged evidence with that guy. You're gonna pin that on me now, are you? I don't think so. Really teaches me that I've got to stay on the lookout for false accusations, you know? Please, stop showing me your man boobs. I am not impressed. They're hardly anything to look at. Are you done trying to play mind games with me because they won't work? The only thing you should be using that mouth of yours for now is explaining yourself. Oh, yeah, that's it, because Edgeworth ain't interested in the no? No, guys? Oh, shit. Sorry. Although that too will only dig your hole deeper. Either way, your game is up. Boy, howdy, I'm gonna be hard-pressed to not make everything a joke. I'm sorry, I will try really hard. We gotta concentrate, don't we? Well, aren't we full of ourselves, even though you have yet to prove anything? Look, I've already proven that you're an asshole. That's all I need to do here. Wow, okay, so we are really going through the testimony, so here we go. I'm just gonna do what I always do in these games. So, your rebuttal. Tell me about your butt. I have no idea what sort of harebrained idea you have in mind, but there's a mountain of evidence that points away from me being the culprit. I don't know about that. Besides, how, may I ask, do you propose I unlocked your door and got in here? Look, I feel bad doing this to you, but I've got work to do, so we're done here. That's it? That's it. Are you serious? Sir, you didn't even say anything. Gosh, these games are all alike, aren't they? Even the ones that are different. Sorry, but we're not finished yet. Boy, you're stubborn. I suppose you're basing your accusations on something? Yeah, you got that right. I'll show you what I'm basing my accusation on with evidence. Pull down your pants. No, we can't do that. This isn't a courtroom. This is an office. Alright, so let's see. I'm just gonna press everything. I have no idea what sort of harebrained idea you have in mind, but you know what? Just in case, because we don't know where he's gonna slip up. My accusation is harebrained idea, is it? You tell me. I'd say it is. After all... Oh, that was it. There's a mountain of evidence that points away from me being the culprit, okay? Tell me more. Oh, and what, pray tell, kind of evidence are we talking about here? Jim was my partner, so you can't say I had a motive for killing him. That's what you've got? That's weak sauce, sir. Weak sauce. That doesn't mean shit. And? That's it? That's not even an anthill, let alone a mountain. Oh, shit. Get wrecked, son. But it's more than enough, wouldn't you agree? No? No, I wouldn't. Might I remind you that what you review the word evidence... Oh, shit. You review what the word evidence means. Sorry, I can't read today. Just like every other day. It doesn't change the fact that the evidence doesn't point to me as the killer. Okay, you keep swinging around there. Besides, how may I ask do you propose I unlocked your door and got in here? Definitely pressing this one. Unfortunately, I believe I've already shown how earlier. It's the key, right? We're assuming that he took it from Maggie. I mean, that would make sense. Your speculations mean nothing, as I insist that I could not gain access to your room. What should I do now? Should I raise an objection? I think so. Because what about the master key? You claim to have had no way to open my door, however. Is that really the honest truth? Alright, I'll humor you. Go ahead, shoot. Go ahead, Edgeworth, shoot him. You said that you could. It's legal. Very well then, I propose that you use this to open my door. I'm assuming the master key is what we're going for. Pretty sure he stole it.
Take that!
Yeah, take that. I believe you were able to open my office door with the master key, no less.
Objection!
What are you objecting about? Wait, hold on for a sec. I never laid a finger on that key, as you already know. Precisely. You were able to open my door without lifting a single finger. Yeah, he had Maggie unlock it, right? Because I still think that the numbers were swapped. Or something. Oh my god, you know what it could be? I just thought of it. Remember when we looked at the basketball hoop and it said that it was moved? Maybe they didn't switch the numbers. Maybe they just moved the basketball hoop next to it, because that, if you knew that it was there, that's all you would need in the dark. Oh my... Okay, I bet you that's what it was. Oh shit. Well, maybe you did, but only to direct. Oh, you sweating now, boy, eh? You're gonna ruin that almanac hairstyle of yours. That's right, you used your finger to direct this person to open my door with a key. Okay, I'm sorry, but Edgeworth, that sounds disgusting. I'm sorry. It's gotta be Maggie.
Take that.
Yeah. You had asked Miss Bird to open your own office door for you, yes? Yeah. I kind of forgot my key at home. It happens a bit too often for my taste, But the room you had Miss Bird open at that time was not your own, was it? Oh shit, start sweating, boy. I want to see some pit stains on that ugly-ass Pepto-Bismol shirt. What? You've quite the imagination. But why don't we ask the girl herself whose door she opened, shall we? She's gonna say his, probably, especially if the basketball hoop was moved. I am certain that it was Mr. Portman's door, sir. Right, because look in the picture, see, the basketball hoop is there. I didn't even notice that before. God, sometimes when these things hit you, right, it's the best. I checked the number plate to make sure I was opening the right door, sir. Oh, okay, so maybe that was also switched. And then that would make sense, because if it was switched, you would still have to have the basketball hoop there for it to be complete. So we were right on both counts, maybe. See, Miss Bird backs up my story. Yet, what if you had misled her to fool her into thinking what you wanted? Ha! And how do you suppose I did that? By switching the number plates on our doors, for example. That's right. They do slide out pretty easily. Oh, you guys. This is innuendo, the game. This is worse than Honey Pop. I'm calling it here. Edgeworth, his whole cool and calm demeanor is just a ploy so he can get as many innuendos out as possible, and nobody will say a thing because they're all too afraid of him. That's my lore. Sticking to that. Furthermore, you then used one other thing to give a very strong impression. That the door she was opening was yours and not, in fact, mine. The basketball hoop, it has to be. What was it that Mr. Portman used to make Miss Bird think that it was his room? It has to be. Yes, yes. It'll all make sense. Alright. What? The basketball hoop, sir? It's quite the peculiar fixture in any hallway, let alone a hallway in this building. Which is why it left an unusually strong impression on you. And that would be why the marks showed that it was moved before. It's an object perfectly suited to sit outside the office of a peculiar prosecutor. Oh shit, look out for your neck, boy. My neck, my back. That's very true, sir, because there was a basketball hoop sitting there. I thought the door I was opening had to be Mr. Portsman's. There are signs that the hoop had been moved. Just sit it in front of my office to be sure. I see. So that's how you throw suspicion on people. Thanks for the tip. Gross. But I think your conjecture is a little off the racetrack. What do you mean by that? Conjecture's rebuttal. I don't need no more you're rebutting. Now you're just spouting nonsense. I had the girl open my office door. After that, I was in my room the entire time. You don't have a single reason to suspect me. What do you mean? There's no way you could have been in there. If you were and it was right next door, you would have heard gunshots at the very least. So he intends to claim his innocence to the end, does he? Yeah, I don't think so. I was pure as innocent as my jacket. You're the same one that Leisure Suit Larry wears, by the way. Gross. And Miss Bird is as dirty and guilty as the jacket she wears. Whoa, that's not right, dude. You can't say that. My jacket's not dirty, I'll have you know. I just washed it yesterday. Please calm down, for I intend to show who is the one truly covered in slime here. Oh, Edgeworth, are you into that? I wouldn't be surprised one bit. Alright, give me your butt. Alright, here we go. Now you're just spouting nonsense. Well, we're gonna press everything. That's what I do until they tell me that you can't. Nonsense, you say? Yes, because I'm telling the truth here. Look at my boobs. Okay. I'm looking. I don't see nothing. I had the girl open my office door. Alright, tell me about that. Using the master key, of course. Sure, you have a problem with that? That is what the master key is for, right? Perhaps we should place it in an elaborate labyrinth of some sort for people like you. Alright, I'd watch that. After that, I was in my room the entire time. Okay. Wait a minute. It's in his room the entire time. And what were you doing in your office? I was doing my usual training regimen. Training regiment? Were you going through your law books from start to finish? No, I don't think he means that kind of training, though. Mainly battling practice, or some weights. Oh, I jog when I get the chance. In your office? Oh, wow, you must be the buffest prosecutor we got. With the weakest legal muscles, it would seem. Oh, shit! Get right. I am living for his sassiness. Holy crap, who knew? I was doing my usual workouts, so... Wait a minute. Wait a minute, I was doing my usual... Hang on. What do we have? Let me look. Mr. Portsman's office. Oh, this is it right here! Wait. Where do I place this, though? I could either do it on this one right now, which is you don't have a single reason to suspect me. Or the one previous. Because here's what we need right here. He said he was in his office, but her prints were not found on the doorknob. If she opened it, maybe that's what we're looking for. Hang on, can we go back? We can. After that, I was in my room the entire time. Is this where we want to do it? It might be. I'm gonna try it, because that feels right to me. Because the other one is a little too vague, like you don't have anything against me. Let's try it. Mr. Portsman, there's a large flaw in your logic. Really? I think it holds up rather well, actually. What do you think is wrong with it? The music didn't stop, so I'm not sure. Oh, shoot! Okay. Never mind. That wasn't right. Oh, shoot, I was wrong. This isn't like you at all, sir. Concentrate. That was careless of me. Can't afford to do that, or the truth will slowly slip away. Let's see. Remain calm, Miles. It's the only way. Alright, let's press the other one, too. After that, I was in my room the entire time. Had the girl open my office door. I was in my room the entire time. You don't have a single reason to suspect me. Let's press this one and see if that's the right one. It's gotta be something like that. I think you've given quite a few reasons, actually. What you gonna object about now? I didn't say shit. But none of those would stand up on their own. Uh-oh. Here we go now. Then what about all the evidence? Oh, shit. It's all circumstantial. No judge would convict on such flimsy evidence. He seems to be trembling a little. One more little push. All I have to do is find the flaw in his testimony. Now you're just spouting nonsense. Alright, What else do we have? Office note, left eye victim. Touch for details. Forgot what this said. Oh, this too might be something. Brought the 3 pieces of evidence by, just like we talked about on the phone, but it looks like you're out. Guess I'll catch up to you later. This was under the door as well. That could be the thing we could use. Where do we use it, though? Think. I want to say it's still in the after that I was in my room the entire time, because that just seems like that's where you'd want to get him. Right? After that I was in my room the entire time. Alright, I'm going to try it again, even though the first one was wrong. Let's try this. There we go. That's what it was. Okay, I was close. We're on the right track. That was a lie. What are you talking about? How is that a lie? This is a note that the victim left for you, Mr. Portsman. A note? It was left under your door. Or did you not notice? And right here it says, but you're out. That's right. So not only did he not notice the note if he was walking in, it still says he wasn't there. 2 counts. You were not in your room when the victim came to call on you. So then where were you and what were you doing? Oh shit, my neck. My back. Shall I explain it in full detail for you? You were busy snooping around in my room, the very room you had Miss Bird open for you. What now? That's just nonsense. You have no evidence that I made the girl open your door for me. Oh, but I do. I have very decisive evidence. No way, my neck! It's just funny every time. This is proof positive that you had Miss Bird open. Oh wait, this might be the office part here. Then I just jumped the gun a little, cause it doesn't have her. Okay, this might be it here. Her prints were not found. I'm gonna go for this. I think this is right. I had your door dusted for prints. My door? What for? Come on, I bet you didn't find anything. You sure are good at wasting time. You're right, I didn't find anything, and definitely not Miss Bird's fingerprints. Her prints? What do they have to do with anything? Let's put it this way, if she really was the one who opened your door, then her prints should naturally be on the doorknob she touched. Oh my god, my back. My you-know-what and my crack. We're not gonna say that word on here, that's nasty. Further, all the prints on my office door's knob has been wiped clean off. I can only assume it's because Miss Bird's fingerprints were on it. That's right. Don't you think it's time you gave up your charade? We know you stole into my office with the intent of stealing something from me. And Detective Faith found you out. Possibly because he heard sounds coming from a room whose occupant was on leave. So he was just trying to do the right thing and he shot him. Oh my goodness, what an asshole. Mr. Portsman, you killed Mr. Faith to silence him. What was he looking for, though? I hope we find that out. He stole Edgeworth's very precious H files. H for hentai, that's what I'm going with. All his dojin was probably in there. And I had the misfortune to return when I did. You had threatened me as you escaped. It was you, wasn't it, Ammonite Hair? As I said when you had the gun to my back, no one gets away with committing murder in my office. Someone else's office, maybe. But not this one, sir. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, he's about to lose it like they always do, right? Edgeworth, hang on to something. It's gonna be weird. Oh, shit! He's losing his mind. Thing is, how are you gonna get him convicted? There's no judge here. What's so funny, pal? Oh, shit. Well, that look of stiff seriousness on the face of this office's finest prosecutor. As he makes a huge mistake in accusing me is simply too much to bear. What do you mean? You're still gonna fight me on this? Are you serious? There's just nothing else like it in the world. What, you got a crush? Get in line, sir. You be last. What? Mr. Edgeworth just explained it all, and he even backed it up. You're the murderer. Stop trying to be slippery and just admit to the crime already. And as I said earlier, it's all so circumstantial, so full of conjecture. You say you checked my doorknob for prints? Well, I can readily confess that I had wiped that knob down well. I'm a little obsessive-compulsive, you see. Don't blame it on that. I didn't want to touch a doorknob that you had touched, which is why I wiped the knob down as soon as I could after you opened the door. After that, it makes perfect sense that only Jim and my own prints would be on there. You made that up just now, didn't you? Furthermore, as for the note Jim left for me, do you know exactly when that was? For all we know, he could have left it there before I arrived at the office. Like early evening, for example? Yeah, but you would have seen it when you opened the door to your own office, stupid. Are you saying you failed to notice a note in your doorway? Hey, even geniuses fail at times. I was probably too preoccupied by work-related matters, although that's no excuse. Now that's just a flat-out lie. There's no way you didn't notice a note that size. Ah, but you can't prove that, can you? I don't know, can we? Say something, Mr. Edgeworth. Back me up here, sir. Uh-oh, do we not have anything? Oh, surely we've got to come up with something. Portsman makes a good point. I can't prove that he didn't overlook it. Well, then what do we do? Besides, I have an airtight alibi, do you? Let's hear it. Why didn't you bring that up first so we could have not wasted all this time? I only just realized that I had one now as we were talking. Where have we heard that before? I guess it would have been better for all of us if I had told you sooner. Yeah, a little bit. Oh, I'm not gonna believe any of this. This is all gonna be lies here. Portsman's alibi. Oh yeah, I can't wait to hear it. If memory serves, you came back to this office at around 2 a.m., correct? And it was then that you had that unfortunate confrontation at gunpoint with the culprit. But at exactly that time, I was down in criminal affairs. Ask around. I'm sure the other detectives will corroborate my story. It's the perfect alibi. Wait a minute, that's it? Do you really think it's that perfect? Like I said, I don't care. Ask around all you like. You'll see for yourself. What are we gonna do? More investigation? Detective Gumshoe? Sir, yes, sir. I'll go check out his alibi, sir. I'll be right back. Alright, he's gonna go check. Mr. Edgeworth, sir, I think we're in trouble. It's just like Mr. Portsman said. The guys down in criminal affairs said they saw him at around 2 a.m. What could that mean? Surely they're not all lying for him, right? You see? Did he bribe them or something? I don't know. All of the evidence points to him being the culprit, so there must be a contradictory point in his alibi somewhere. Like what? Alright. His alibi. Let's press everything. If memory serves, you came back to the office around 2 a.m. There's gotta be some slip. There has to be something. You're correct, it was around 2 a.m. Are you sure? It's really important to me that you're spot on with the time. I remember checking my watch then, and make no mistake, it was 2. Oh, giving testimony like a pro. Okay, you came back at your office at 2. But I'm not the one on trial here, sir. And it was then that you had that unfortunate confrontation at gunpoint with the culprit. Alright. My first thought was, how did you know about that? But I think we said it. It is as you say, however. Yes, however, you are the only one who claims to have bumped into the culprit. So tell me, did you see the person's face? Was it me who you saw? It was pitch black, so I couldn't actually see. Objection! What are you gonna object to that? That was the truth. Oh, come now. I'm sure you saw something. Try a little harder, why don't you? I'm beginning to feel like I'm the one being interrogated. Yeah, that's what I said. This is ridiculous. Don't let him turn it around on you. Oh, well, it doesn't matter if you remember it or not. Why is that? It only matters that you ran into the culprit. Because you're sticking with that alibi, are you? But exactly that time I was down in criminal affairs. Hold it! Okay. So you paid the criminal affairs department a visit? Yeah, right after I left the prosecutor's building, I headed straight for the precinct. Ask around, I'm sure the other detectives will corroborate my story. It's the perfect alibi. Worried here, because I can't think of anything off the top of my head yet. Well, we did go and ask around to confirm your testimony. And it was just as I said, right? Yes, sir. A number of detectives said they saw you around that time. See? I have the perfect alibi. That's the ace I had up my sleeve. What are we gonna do, Edgeworth? We've gotta do something. Impossible, he actually does have the perfect alibi. What? How? What's wrong? Why the sudden sullen look on your face? Can't you say anything back, Mr. Edgeworth? Ha! I think we've reached the end of the line and it's time to get off this crazy train. Uh-oh. I don't like this. You there. Sir? Please escort the young lady out, but remember, be gentle. Maggie! Detective Gumshoe! Oh no! We didn't just lose, did we? Is there nothing I can do? There must be a way to turn this situation around. Are we gonna have like a coming... Like, are we gonna have just a moment, like vision? Like, you know, sometimes Phoenix has that. Oh wait, we got an alibi. The intruder I met could not have been Portsman. Who could it have been? Wait. There's gonna be 2 people? We got the logic. Wait, we got that now? Okay. I need to calmly think through this one more time and with logic. What do we have? We've got a couple things left. Files in disarray, Mr. Portman's alibi, another handgun. Okay, we could spin it with another handgun. Other than the victim's gun that I found, there would be another gun in play. That's what we were thinking about way early on. Wait, are we actually going with there might be another person? Let's do it. Let's see what happens when we connect that. Okay. Is that right? There were 2 bullets left at the scene of the crime. Right, the one over here. The one that robbed Mr. Faith of his life. And the one in the jacket. And the one that nearly robbed me of my jacket. However, the murder weapon only shows signs of being fired once. Meaning that it is entirely possible that a second gun was used in my office tonight. But, seeing as how the killer had to steal Mr. Faith's gun, I doubt the killer had another gun up their sleeve. Therefore, the second gun could have been the property of an entirely different person. But, wait a minute, which could mean that there was another person who paid a visit to my office tonight. Jesus Christ, okay, so now we have another visitor. Maybe the victim and his killer weren't the only visitors to my office tonight. Oh, wait a minute now. Okay, I was gonna say, we still have one piece of logic left, the files. They rearranged the files twice, once before and once after. That would be why. Oh my goodness me, okay. Okay. Was he really stolen from 2 different people? Supposing there was yet another visitor tonight, that would also resolve the issue of why my shelves were upended twice. That sounds gross. We know that the shelves were disturbed once before and once after the murder, so it shouldn't be much of a stretch to think that it was the work of 2 different people. Once by the person who stole the victim's gun and then killed him with it, and once again after the murder by our second culprit. Could it really be that coincidental, though? Oh my god. Who was the owner of the second gun? So this guy was somebody else entirely. I was going to say, we couldn't see his hair or anything, right? It doesn't look like Portsman's silhouette. If we suppose that the second culprit's gun was the one that was pointed at my back.
Objection!
Oh shit. Mr. Portsman, it seems that I need to amend my assumptions regarding this case. Great, so you finally come to your senses. Mr. Edgeworth! Sir, what are you saying? This has been a big misunderstanding on my part from the start. I had assumed that the person I ran into was the killer, but that may not be the case. What do you mean? The person I ran into was just your average thief. So really 2 things happened on the same night in his office? Holy crap, come on now. A thief, but sir, doesn't that cause some sort of contradiction in the facts? Not at all. It simply means that the killer was somewhere else. And it means that in actuality 2 culprits stole into my office tonight. What do you mean 2? It explains both why my shelves were disturbed twice and how there were 2 guns. Mr. Portsman tricked Miss Bird and gained entry into my office. Now you're just leading the argument. You still don't have any actual proof, you know. If you could, please go along with my hypothetical scenario for now, Mr. Portsman. This music, though! Oh, shit! In the end, you really are innocent. You should have nothing to worry about. Ugh. Now then, returning to my scenario, Mr. Portsman was out to steal something from me. Which is why he checked my secret safe and ransacked my shelves. This is the first time. So then, this would be when the files were put back in the wrong order, right? Correct. And then, just when he was about to look somewhere else, who should walk in but his own partner, Mr. Faith? But why did Mr. Faith come into your room, sir? He probably had business with Mr. Portsman, which is why he was in the area. But that's when he noticed sounds coming from my office, would be my guess. Oh, because you were supposed to be away, right? And he must have thought it was odd, so he came into the office to check it out. Correct. And as a detective, that was the right thing to do. But, oh shoot, that's Maggie. But when he came in, he found his own partner standing there. Because it was Mr. Portsman, Mr. Faith probably let his guard down. But Mr. Portsman was not so merciful as to let him leave alive. He waited for a chance and stole Mr. Faith's gun from him, and then he killed him. He silenced Mr. Faith for catching him in the act of stealing. Oh, you biting your metal now? Is it delicious? Maybe it's one of them chocolate gold things, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, waggle your finger. Do it. This was the moment in which the first shot was fired, the one that landed in my files. Following that, Mr. Portsman wiped the gun down and left it behind as he made his exit. He could afford to do that because he had also left the fake dying message behind. You're such a complicated troublemaker, you know it? Well, if things were as simple as that, then all would be solved. However, there was yet another visitor to my room, and this is where it gets complicated. There was another visitor, sir? Yes, and this other person's objective was also to steal something from me. Now then, even after Mr. Portsman left, the door to my office remained unlocked. However, this new visitor had no way of knowing that, and so they stole the master key from the security guard's room, and then entered my room and searched through my shelves. This was the second time they were disturbed, and it seems the thief found their prize. The stolen 0 file, right, sir? Yeah, it's 0 actually, not like H, but there is a H on it. Correct. Only just as the thief was about to leave with the file, I appeared. The thief then threatened me with their own gun and made their escape. The second bullet was fired during that brief encounter. So, the shelves getting messed up twice and the 2 bullets. It was all because 2 different people were doing those things at 2 different times. Precisely. So now do you see, Mr. Portsman? The person I met was just a thief and was not, in fact, Mr. Faith's killer. Your alibi for the time frame in which I ran into the other person is now irrelevant. Because we now know that the murder took place during the first culprit's visit. What you gonna say? You ain't got nothing? Come on, no. He don't got nothing. There's no way. What's so funny, pal? Absolutely splendid. Your scenario explains everything. Of course it does. It's Mr. Edgeworth after all. But you know, it still doesn't change the fact that it's all circumstantial. What do you mean? No, it's not. Supposing if, and that's a big if, your theory is right, it would indeed render my alibi, which has withstood scrutiny, mind you, irrelevant. Don't show me those, that's not going to sway me. But there's still one defining point of your argument for which you have no evidence. What's that? Your supposition that I was the first visitor. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, you can't let him get away with that, sir. But he has a point. I have absolutely no proof at this point. Don't say that, sir. I don't believe it. Don't worry, Maggie. I'll do something if I must. You know something? I find your attitude to be somewhat peculiar, Mr. Edgeworth. If the person you met really was just a plain old thief, then why is that person not your main suspect? That is, if your theory is correct. Oh shit, another? Alright, we're in it for the long haul. That's what we're doing. His alibi part 2, okay? That thief you ran into shouldn't be a real suspect, wouldn't you say? We should be out there looking for that thief right now. They might still be nearby. I hate to repeat myself, but as I've already said, I was training in my room. And when Jim came to deliver some evidence to me, I was down at Criminal Affairs. So I can't be expected to know what happened around here after I left. Let's see then. I'm trying to think of what we have that might... I don't know, we're just going to have to press them, I think. So you think we should be out looking for the thief? Of course. Now isn't the time to be wasting time on dead-end discussions. I don't think it's at all dead-ended. I find your alibi to be fascinating. Let's continue where we left off, shall we? Oh, Edgeworth not backing down. He knows something. I know he's lying. I know he was here at the scene of the crime. I just have to find a way to prove it. Let's think. Alright, your ReBUTTal. Press everything. This might be a long episode. The thief you ran into should be a real suspect, wouldn't you say?
Hold it.
Actually, no, I wouldn't. Why not? That's elementary. The dying message, of course. That's true. Mr. Faith's killer left clearly those letters on the spines of those files. And it was after they were there that the thief stole one of them. You mean the O file's right? And that's how we also know the letters themselves were set up and not from Mr. Faith. If the thief was the killer, do you think they would try to undermine themselves? Ah, my neck! Maybe the killer just didn't think of that either. Yeah, that must be it. Maybe. Just maybe. Oh, he's sweating now, though. We should be out there looking for the thief right now. They might still be nearby. I don't think so. Once escaped, I highly doubt a thief would linger nearby. Well, you never know. Maybe they didn't get what they were really after. Oh? You talk like you know quite a bit about this thief. It's nothing like that. I have no idea about anything, after all. I hate to repeat myself, but as I've already said, I was training in my room.
Hold it.
Okay. But, according to Mr. Faith's note... Hold on, I thought we already cleared that up. Didn't we say that Jim left a note for me in the early evening? If you have proof that he left it at a different time, say just before he was murdered? Wait, hang on a minute. That line made me think of something. Can we read this again? I brought the 3 pieces of evidence by, like we talked about on the phone. But it looks like you're out. 3 pieces of evidence, I wonder what that's for. I haven't really touched on that. It might not be important, but I'm not sure. I don't have any, no. You see? So I insist again that I was in my office the entire time. And when Jim came to deliver some evidence to me, I was down at Criminal Affairs.
Hold it.
Right? Why didn't you go there with Mr. Faith? That's because he said he was tired and going to take a quick nap. Oh, wait a minute. He was going to take a nap? You know, those sofas in the hallway? He likes to sleep on those. It's one of his habits. And what of the evidence he brought? They were things related to yesterday's case. Just 2 items, a gun and a pendant. Wait, no, it says 3 items. Wait a minute. Interesting. This piece of testimony seems too crucial to let slip through the cracks. Wait, is he gonna have that? He brought me 2 items, a gun and a pendant that are related to yesterday's case. That's wrong. It's 3 items. Present it.
Objection!
Yeah. What if one of them's a gun? How about that? Yeah. But he said that one of them was a gun, so what's the third? Only 2 pieces? I believe the proper phrase here is you fail. Excuse me? You fail as a prosecutor, Mr. Portsman, as you intend to keep evidence hidden from me. What are you talking about? I haven't hidden anything from you. Well, here's a piece I think you should read. Carefully. Ah, it says that Mr. Faith was bringing 3 pieces. Yes, and this is the victim's real dying message to you, Mr. Portsman. Hey, I can't believe to get tripped up by simple arithmetic. You're not gonna blame it on that, are you? Come on. Point. Where's the missing piece of evidence? Are you eating it? It's... You have it, don't you? Only the guilty would make such a face. Detective Gumshoe? You don't have to say it, sir. I'll pat the guy down from head to toe. Yeah, he good at that. Oh shit, his neck. Oh shit, his back. What? Don't come any closer, I'm warning you. This is all part of the investigation, pal, so don't even think about stopping me. No, my neck. Hey, what's this? What'd you find? He had this on him, sir. Ooh, a videotape. Is it porn? Look, we all been there. Despite what you said, it would appear that you do have something to hide. But why would he hide something like that? Huh, there's only one reason why anyone would hide evidence of this caliber. Because it would unequivocally point to that person himself as the real killer. Oh shit, what is it? Is it porn? Is it porn of you and him? It's fine. It happened. You and Jim? You didn't want that to get out? I get it. Let's examine this videotape in a little more detail. For the section of the tape that will drive the last nail into his coffin. Oh, we're just gonna look at it, are we? Okay. Oh. Let's examine this. KG8 incident. The KG8 incident? That's a police case number, sir. Does it mean this video is evidence from that case? Interesting. However, what's recorded on this isn't what's important right now. It's not? Let's give the casing through once over. Oh! There's blood on it. Ah, that's blood, isn't it? Yes, and I believe this is what the good prosecutor was trying to hide from us. This blood is still fresh. You mean this might be Detective Faith's blood? Oh, that would point him to being there, absolutely. No, you've got it all wrong. No amount of denial can save you. We have but to run a blood test to find the truth. You told us that you had received evidence from the victim earlier. Now you will tell us when and how did the victim's blood find its way onto the video. Yeah, it's totally suspicious. Was it at the moment of his death? Did Detective Faith have this videotape on his person when you killed him? You know very well there's no way to prove that. Not even if we were to examine this tape for fingerprints? Oh, my neck. No, you're in trouble now, boy. If I had to take a guess, I'd say the only ones on here would belong to the murderers you and Mr. Faith. No! Impossible! Oh no! Sparkles! Did you just eat your medal? What the fu- Oh my god. Boy. Please! You're gonna have a fun time pooping that out later. Oh my goodness me. Oh, it's 5:47 in the morning. I'd like to point out that this all happened in a couple of hours. Mr. Portsman has been placed under the arrest for the murder of Detective Buddy Faith, sir. Very good. And the results we got back from the lab techs on the tape turned out to be real solid, sir. The blood work came back, and it was definitely Mr. Faith's blood on there. And as a bonus, they were able to lift a few of Mr. Faith's fingerprints as well. Thank you so very much, Mr. Edgeworth. I still can't believe I got to see your cool deduction skills outside the courtroom. I'm impressed beyond words, sir. It was nothing. I'm just sorry you got caught up in a murder in my office. Please accept my apologies. Oh, it was nothing, really. Compared to what I've been through, I mean. I consider myself lucky that it was only a burglary and a murder this time, sir. If it had been a hold-up or a hostage situation, I'd have thrown my hands up in the air. I think I'm finally rising up from a goddess of misfortune to just an unlucky person. Something tells me we should have hired a different person for security detail. No, she's fine. You know something, sir? That Mr. Portsman really was one corrupt prosecutor. And why would you say he was corrupt? Well, I heard that there was a number of suspicious things related to his court cases. There's even rumors about how some of the evidence he uses is forged. Forged evidence, eh? And they say he even decided not to prosecute a few cases for some really vague reason. Ooh, that guy was a complete disgrace to the entire profession! We never did get around to asking what his reason was for breaking into my office. Yeah, whenever we got near the topic, he clammed up. Although, we can be pretty certain it was to steal something. This is just between you and me, sir, but there's a rumor that some sort of huge organization is involved behind the scenes. Oh? Well, well. With Mr. Portsman not willing to divulge anything, it certainly lends credence to that rumor. It would seem that we haven't heard the last of it. Huh? That Mr. Portsman isn't the bad guy? I didn't say that, but rather, there's still many more mysteries for us to solve. Ah, Scooby-Doo time! We are ready. For example, we still haven't figured out the significance to this piece of evidence. Oh, Oh wait, the file maybe? Because we haven't figured out why they took this. And who that person was. Maybe it's this.
Take that!
The person who stole this file, the other villain of the night? Yeah, I wonder who it was. And what happened to the stolen page? I wonder, who in the world was it that held me up at gunpoint? I wonder if we're going to find out later. We might. Mr. Edgeworth, sir? Yes? I came across this while I was processing your office earlier, sir. This card. What is it? What is it, sir? Is that a bird or something? It's not just any bird. It's the mark of the raven, a three-legged raven. Even you should know what this is, detective. Oh! It's about that thing, isn't it? That great thief everyone's talking about. Another great thief? Oh no. Yes, it is the mark of the great thief, Yada-Garasu. What? Never heard of it. Oh god, is that going to be the thing for this now? Under the mark of a legendary bird, the Yada-Garasu is noble to the end, a modern Robin Hood. Oh, I see. Labeled mysterious and phantom-like, the Yada-Garasu appears and vanishes at will. Huh. Though we don't know much about this thief's ultimate goal, we do know the target. The Yada-Garasu likes to find and make public evidence of corrupt dealings of all sorts. The theft is always performed in silence and always with perfection. Once a target is chosen, no dramatic calling card or announcement is sent forth. Instead, the chosen corporation is infiltrated without even the target noticing. Some days later, the evidence that was found is sent out to the mass media. Interesting. Along with a single card. It's like the Phantom Thieves! Although it's been a while since the Yada-Garasu's last appearance. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, look! Something written on the back. What? Let me see. It's the location of where the thief put the stolen files. So, the person who stole the contents of the file was the Yada-Garasu? Yata-Garasu, organization, quite a few keywords are popping up in this mystery. What does it mean? The murder in my office? The return of the great thief, Yata-Garasu? So you're saying that was him? Looking back, I can't say I didn't see these events coming. Really? For they were heralded by the incidents that began to occur 2 days ago. 2 days ago? What was that about? Oh, I bet you we're gonna find out. Oh shit, oh, the end! I guess that was the first chapter. Alright! Well, that was great so far! Turnabout Airlines, oh, well, fantastic. I can't wait for that. So in the next one, we'll go ahead and start that. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. I'm very excited. I'm starting to feel that old Phoenix feeling again. Getting ready to solve every case. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one soon. Toodaloo!